Welcome back to Sky Blues Walk. Hope you are well. Some Coventry fans are saying that Dobbin injury is now season over. We're not that dramatic on here yet, but want to get your thoughts and the thoughts of our panel following that loss, of course, to the Blades last Friday night. We've got Scott, Tom, and Jay back with us. Plus, we've had some accusations that Coventry are a bit soft this season. We're going to look at the Fair Play League and just look at whether the data backs up that accusation, so stay around for that. Plus, we're doing the club versus country route as well. Would you sooner Coventry or England win a cup in your lifetime? Difficult decisions to take. We'll get the panel's view on it. Thank you very much for joining. If you haven't yet come across the channel, drop us a quick subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season. That'd be absolutely amazing. Right then, Tom, you were there at Bramall Lane on Friday. Were you behind the free kick just as a matter of interest? Was it your end? Did you watch it curl in the corner? Some free kick there, wasn't it?
It was unbelievable. I couldn't see the goal very well from where I was sitting. I was on my tiptoes a little bit, but I was to the right of the goal. I did see it, and as soon as it was such a silly tackle from Bobby Thomas. To be honest, didn't really need to do it. It was a bit clumsy and got a yellow for it. As soon as he was on it, we all said it. We all knew it. We were like, Hamer scores this. He's an unbelievable player. We all love and miss him. We knew what was coming, and there you go, top left, unbelievable finish. It was outstanding. I mean, apparently some Cov fans were clapping in the away end. I didn't see anyone clapping nearby, but apparently there was some clapping. I mean, it was a brilliant free kick, but I did not want to clap it. I was just... No. And then the Sheffield United fans were giving it the big one. But there's no shame in going to Bramall Lane and losing, because, to be honest, they probably are the best team in the league. And they're top of the league. So we're now at a 2-point deduction. So there's no shame in losing there. It doesn't define our season. Big game on Saturday against Burnley is all I can say.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a second. Classy, no celebration from him, Scott, as well. I mean, you have to respect the guy for that, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't sure what he was going to do, but a bit like Tom and the rest of the fans there, I knew where he was going to stick it. I said to my son in the kitchen, he's going to put this in the top bins. Yeah, a bit like the foul. I think Milan was there to cover Hamer. But he rolled it forward 3 or 4 yards, but it didn't make any difference. He put it in there. Yeah, and it was nice of him just to put his hands up and sort of, not go bananas. And I think even Callum O'Hare sat on the bench looking at it and just kind of went, ooh, and didn't celebrate either. So fair play to both of them, really. But he's a nice lad. I think he knows an awful lot of fans in socially, even in the Cov fans and the Sheffield United fans. I think he's just a nice bloke. So total respect to him, and he paid it back to us more ways than one.
Let's have a look at some social media takes from that game. I know it's a long time gone now, but Monty here says, Jay, this shows the difference in levels. It was like the Leeds game. We might sneak playoffs, but there's plenty of holes to plug in the summer if we want to be at that level. Frank says, less of a defeat and more of a complete and utter humbling at the hands of a much better side. Is that a fair comment? You just have to accept sometimes in this division that there are teams that are better than you, and that was just one of these cases.
Yeah, massively. It's sort of like a little mini league, the top three, sort of in between the Premiership and the rest of us, really. So those 3 teams, I think Sheffield are 24 points ahead of us, I think, or something like that. So ahead of us. But when Leeds came to us and we've been to their ground, they dominated us. Obviously, we were against Sheffield at home, but obviously we had a don't really know, but Bissett got a player sent off in that game, so that was always good. And then I think we were just completely outclassed all over the pitch on Friday. Every department we sort of were the better team, and we just got to put hands up and say, look, we sort of draw a line into that game and go on to the next one against a nice easy game against Burnley at home.
Cheers for that, Jake. Let's look at some more, Tom. These weren't very pleasant. Some of these, especially towards Bidwell and Binks. Rob says, pros, Sheaf didn't get injured. Rudy is back. Bidwell and Binks shouldn't play for us again. Otherwise, it was pretty embarrassing from Lampard and the entire team. We can forget going anywhere with Collins in goal too. Close, but so far, same old story. Right, lots to unpack there. We can't talk about Bidwell and Binks every week, Tom, but it feels like we have to. Some fans are really not happy with how they're performing, to the point where it's getting quite negative. Is that fair on Binks, first of all?
Well, obviously, Kitchen was ill. We were massively missing him, especially Bobby Thomas was missing him. And we found that out just a little bit before, which was a shame. Binks came in. The thing is, I like Binks. I think the thing is with Binks, on the ball, not bad. He's got a great pass in him. Defensively, very shaky. And it's a shame, really, because I do like him. And obviously, we all had the Wembley moment with him. And a lot of people think we just signed him because of the Wembley moment. But there's definitely improvements being made with Binks. I'd say give him just a bit more time, but overall, not our best defender. Kitchen starts over him for me, to be honest. But the thing is with Bidders as well, I'm surprised De Silva didn't start the game, but obviously needed a bit more physicality against a team like Sheffield United. I do think we keep switching every week though. Bidwell's better one week, De Silva's better the next. You can't decide. I think in summer just get a new left back, to be honest, would be nice. I think at the moment De Silva's the better player, but then next week after Burnley it'll probably be Bidwell again. So, and then obviously Dovin. I could talk 5 hours about this Dovin injury. I think it's such a shame. As soon as he went down, you could tell it was serious. Went off the stretcher. Thing is with Collins, last game we saw him before Sheffield United was Portsmouth. He was crying on the pitch, and it was the most negative I think I've seen one of the away ends ever. I mean, the goalkeeping performance was shocking, but then Sheffield United actually thought he was quite good. You know, he made a few decent saves, and Brewster scored against him, but the amount of space Brewster had to shoot was unbelievable. You know, that's just bad defending, really. But I hope he has a good redemption arc with Collins, but we just got to back him because 6 to 9 months apparently Dovin's out. So just back Collins and hopefully he will get to the level he was at last season because he had a good little spell last season, especially in the FA Cup.
Cheers, Tom. Do you agree with all that, Scott? I mean, some people are writing off the playoffs now. Dovin's gone. Is that like that serious?
Yeah, I looked at it myself. I thought before the game we were 8th, we're in the playoffs. After the game, we're still 8th. What am I on about? We were 5th. We're in the playoffs. 8 games to go. You know, after the game, 7 games to go. We're still in the playoffs. You know, like Tom said, it's one game. It didn't cost us. It hasn't cost us anything really. I didn't think we expected to win. I think the performance has really got to people, and the fact that we didn't turn up or we were poor across the pitch. Which, yeah, you could say so, but draw a line under it. We're at home to Burnley next, and we've been quite good at home. Certainly recently against Sunderland. Binksy, I'm one of the few. I like Binksy. I must admit, I do like him. I think he's great on the ball. Bit too nice, and I would pick Kitchen above him. But the fact that people are saying he wouldn't play again, very, very harsh in my opinion. Sims comes on the pitch. People say he hasn't scored. People say he needs a run in the team. Binks, when was the last time Binksy played or started for us? I can't really remember, to be honest, but he's been out for a while, so you know he might need a run of games himself. Bidwell, De Silva. I thought Jay would play after the Sunderland game, to be honest, but he's obviously brought Bidwell in. I think they've chopped and changed the last 2 or 3 games. One started one week and then one the other week. But again, I agree with Tom. I think Jay's probably the better player at the moment and playing well. I thought he had a good game against Sunderland. The goalkeeper, big loss. Not sure why he's trying to do the Cruyff turn in the middle of his own box anyway, but he tried it and got clattered. And yeah, straight away his hand went up. I think he knew straight away something had gone. Big loss. But I genuinely sat there in the kitchen and my son went, "Oh, Collins is coming on." And I sat there, I went, "It'll be all right." And I sat there and I went, "Brad, play well. Please play well. Please play well." I said it 2 or 3 times and I was begging for him to do well. And he made a good save after an offside decision. Then he made a good save from the header. A bit like Tom said, I don't think he had a chance with Brewster's. But, you know, the fella must be under so much pressure coming onto the pitch, knowing that there's an awful lot of negativity about him. And whether he starts Saturday or Wilson starts, I don't know. I mean, Wilson's been injured for a while again, so he might start Collins. Like Tom said, get behind him. You know, we're under the cosh. People think it's all gone, but it hasn't. We're still in this. There's 7 games to go. Even Rudy's put something on Instagram tonight saying 7 games to go. It's massive. We know what the goal is. You know, so, you know, if they can all stand behind that and support that, I'll be in the crowd, you know, singing, swearing, shouting, doing all sorts on Saturday. And I really hope Collins is our hero. I honestly do, if he plays.
0-0 when coming.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He'll score late winner. Not it.
Written all over it. All 1-0 Burnley. Written all over it. You just know it.
Jay, Burnley up next, then, as the lads have said, 26 games unbeaten this side, with so many clean sheets in that 26. How do you even go about beating a side that hasn't lost since November?
a lot of prayers, to be honest with you. Luckily, we've been quite good at home, so I think we've lost one in X amount of games with Leeds. Personally, I think we've got to stay nice, tight, compact. Maybe even go back to back three. So we want to obviously attack a little bit at home. We want to sort of take the game to them, but also we know they're a fantastic team. As I said, Leeds have come and done us over. Sheffield have come and done us over. Well, did us over the other day, and Burnley are going to be a top team as well. So, I'm confident I'm going to nick it 2-1. Another minute, I'll snap your hand off for a draw. To be honest with you, if we came out that game with a nil, I'll be absolutely thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. So, but I think tactically, I think the Friday game was a bit of hope for Lampard, so he may make sort of compact it a little bit more to sort of try and negate Burnley's attack.
Okay. Cheers for that, everyone. One little sideline to all of this is that we've had a couple of accusations that Coventry have been a bit soft in this season. So we thought we'd have a look at the Fair Play League to see whether this bears any fruit. Tom, just on that, do you watch your side and see that they're lacking a little bit of nastiness, and especially in midfield?
Yeah, I would say we do. I think we actually show quite a lot of teams too much respect. I think the only player that really comes into my head is Liam Kitchen, to be honest. He would elbow someone in the face or headbutt someone. Sometimes Bobby Thomas, but except for that, I think a lot of them are quite too nice, to be honest. I think we show too many teams too much respect. I know when you show us table, we're going to be near the bottom. I just know it because I watch a lot of games. I think we're not physical enough. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? We need to be more nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. The data backs up the fact that you are the second nicest team in the division. Leeds.
Leeds?
Yeah, but only by one yellow card. Look at that. You have 60, they're 59. So, you could be top of this league by the end of the season. No red cards. There's only 5 sides that haven't received a red card so far, and that's one of them is you. So you are nice guys, you Sky Blues. Scott, does that surprise you, knowing that, does it bother you either that you are too nice?
Does it surprise me? No. Does it bother me? Yes, it damn well does. if I'm brutally honest. If you ever meet people that know me, I'm a different bloke when I cross the white line, and that's how I was known. And that's to a certain extent. Yeah, Kitchen and Thomas. Kitchen can give it on the ball, off the ball, verbally, physically. Bobby gets stuck in, but the rest, we've had no little Dennis Wise or Roy Keane or Vieira or Gerrard in the middle of the park, and we've mentioned that a few times. It's just that little bit of nastiness, even if it's verbal. I was sitting there watching the game Friday saying, and I say it some weeks, somebody needs to start fire to the game. It'd have been perfect for me if Bassett had come on, Norman had come on against Sheffield United and really, really riled everybody. Just set fire to the game and get something going and gee everybody up. But he can give a little bit. I'm not sure he's big enough and bulky enough just yet to dish it out. But yeah, we could do it a bit more. Players getting knocked off the ball a bit too easy for me as well, and just getting brushed aside in a gentle breeze. But a bit of power and a bit more oomph and some determination and grit, I think, is definitely what's needed in the last 7 games to get us through. Because it's just not going to be easy, whoever we play.
Well, on to Norman for a second, sorry, Mark. On to Norman. It was quite funny at Sheffield United because when Rudy came out to train, the Sheffield United fans, they thought it was Norman and they were giving him abuse. And then Norman came out and they all realised they made a mistake. But onto that as well, the Cov fans with O'Hare, it was toxic. They were abusing O'Hare all game. I can't even repeat some of the chants on here. It was terrible. Honestly, O'Hare was getting dogs abuse and Hamer was getting applause. So just like the CBS, really.
Right then, join us next week as we're talking about the Burnley game and looking ahead to Portsmouth, and we're also looking at the best 3 Coventry goals that have been scored all season. So do drop your nominations for the best goal of the season in the comments below. That would be smashing. Finally, this week we're talking about club versus country. What would you sooner see in your lifetime? England lift the World Cup next summer in America, or would you see Coventry win a substantial trophy? You can only have one in the remaining days on Earth. Jay, let's start with you.
First of all, hate an international break. I do love watching England play, especially in tournaments. So again, I sort of begrudgingly watched the last 2 games, a bit boring. But hands down, no questions about it. It has to be Coventry, club over country, any day of the week. It's not even a question, to be honest with you.
Okay. Tom?
Well, for me, I love England. Don't get me wrong, watch all the games, but no, club over country. I mean, I wasn't there in '87 for the FA Cup, and I'd love a moment like that. We nearly had it last season. So, yeah, club over country. To be honest, I'd take more goal difference this season over England winning the trophy because our goal difference is so poor. So, give us more goal difference. Give Cobb a trophy any day of the week. Easy decision.
Okay. Doesn't quite beat our Sheffield Wednesday fan who said they just want Wednesday to win a throw-in rather than England to win
That's
Scott.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I was there in '87 to watch the FA Cup final, so I've seen them win one, and I'd rather them see them win another than England win the World Cup. So, yeah, club for me as well. It's been a long time, not far off 40 odd years now, but it would be nice. Club for me, definitely.
Okay, all right.
In
Let
fairness,
us know in the comments.
Scott was about an England World Cup as well, so he remembers that also.
What was that bit?
He said you were about 10 when England won the World Cup, didn't he?
I think he's alleging you're...
Yeah, I think I was 28 when they won the World Cup, something like that.
I was about 6 years off being born.
Right. Cheers for all of you. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on that as well. We'd love to read some of these out. Next week, cheers everyone. Have a great game this weekend at Burnley. Enjoy your trip to the little bus stop in Blackburn, and we'll see you the other side of it.